Welcome, New Orleans Pelicans fans. Another night, another Wednesday night. The Pelicans are back at it again. They have the Charlotte Hornets. It's a fun night because we're playing a team that used to have our name. So it's don't get me wrong. The Hornets definitely belong in Charlotte. It was always Charlotte's. But it's always fun to have the Charlotte Hornets in town and playing against these guys just because of the name and the names that we had back in the day. But man, this is a another big night for the Pelicans. Man, the Pelicans have to go out tonight and get them another dub. I know um, Monday Monday evening. Well, Monday afternoon, we there was it was definitely a disappointing feat by the New Orleans Pelicans against the Dallas Mavericks. Um, the Dallas Mavericks were able to pull off a close game in the end against the Pels. I'm not even really mad about it. I'm really not. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. The Pels were, finding a lot of unfortunate things coming their way. They had to come into that, that weekend on the back to back against the Dallas Mavericks, flying from Denver all the snow and all these things, and they came in wee hours in the morning, so to the point, the first game, they didn't even play none of their starters. They just let, Jordan Hawkins and the backups, go ahead and get a run out of it, and they won that game, but um, Pels fans expected more. Just seeing, the starters back out there for that second game against the Mavericks. They were expecting to see better and expecting to see a dub. And it unfortunately it didn't happen. But I'm not going to sit there and overreact over it. It happens. The Mavericks got their get back. And it's not like that the Mavericks have the series lead over us. It's just tied up. So that just means that the Pelicans are just going to have to, if they want this division, they're going to have to finish with a better record right now than the Dallas Mavericks going forward. Um, but this is the Charlotte Hornets basketball team. It's not in a good place right now. They're not doesn't look like they're headed to the playoffs. But young team have a Lamelo Ball on their side. It's they got little kinks to them that they have to work out. But like I said, young, have a little bright future. A team that can very well beat the Pelicans tonight at home. So the Pelicans have to come into this game ready to go ahead and just win. Okay, after having that bad taste in their mouth, not being able to finish off the Mavericks, they got to go ahead and win this doggone game. Okay, we need to start building separation within the Western Conference right now. It's a little too close for comfort. Um, you know, we're too close to being a play-in basketball team right now. The way things are standing, right now we're in that sixth spot, but we got to get ourselves out of that spot. I don't want to go into playoff time starting in the playing spot. No one wants to be there. Okay, so I want to see this team go on a streak, go on a run, and get themselves higher on this Western Conference list, man. Get themselves where they need to be competitively. Also, we have some news earlier today in that front for the Pelicans. Actually, trading news. Mr. Kyra Lewis Jr. Kyra Lewis Jr. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been saying this for the past few lives, kind of bringing this up about Kyra Lewis and that bringing up some talk about trade value and everything like that. I knew this day was gonna come for Kyra because we've been waiting so long to see Kyra Lewis, produce, become something on this Pelicans roster, and today was the day. Today, the Pelicans got rid of Kira Lewis Jr. He is now going to be a part of Toronto in a three-team deal that was placed today. The Toronto Raptors they traded their star Pascal Siakam over there to the Indiana Pacers today. So going forward with that, like I said, the Pelicans I think made a good move. Shedding that roster spot, getting under that tax, because this still leaves the door open for the Pelicans to make some trade moves before the deadline. This also leaves the roster spot open, and like I said, we're under that tax right now. So it was a good move for all parties. It let Kyra Lewis go to a place in Toronto where he can develop. Toronto develops very good develops well with NBA players, and I want to see the kid have some great success in the NBA. I think he can. I just think right now, we're trying to compete for championships and be in the playoffs right now, and he's just not. It's not a part of that right now. It's taking too long for him to get where he needs to be. But him being on that timeline where Toronto is right now, where they're looking to rebuild and get themselves, back right, is perfect for him. So eventually, one day, we're gonna look back on it and we're gonna say, man, Kawara developed into a very good player. I'm not gonna doubt that at all. But at the same time, I'm gonna say, this was much needed for both parties, and good luck to Kawara Lewis Jr. on the rest of his NBA journey, man. It's funny because now Zion Williamson is the only one left out of that 2019 2020 draft class, man. He's the only player left, which is crazy. I'm not going to lie. When we drafted Nikhil Alexander Walker, when we drafted Jackson Hayes, and like I said, Kyra Lewis Jr., you know, yeah, I really thought we were going to have all three of them still on this roster and have these three develop into great players. But things change in the NBA. They change fast. Uh, Stuff happens. And it gets difficult. Not all of them develop the way that you want to, and then in some circumstances, um, the trade, to go ahead and get rid of Nikhil in that sense. Well, we got a veteran player, that was able to go ahead and lead this roster in CJ McCollum, so, it for whatever reason, sometimes it just doesn't work out the way it does, but at least we hit on one of those picks, like in 2021, Dyson has been doing his thing. We just hit this past year with Jordan Hawkins, so those two draft picks have been very well. Of course, Herb Jones has been very well for us, and Trey Murphy has been well for us, of course, and then Zion Williamson. In 2019, we all knew he was going to pan out well. So all these, it's not nothing to say about the Pelicans draft office. They can draft pretty well. They can find great players and everything. Just some of them don't work out in the NBA.
Well,
That's just what happens.
I can't say that Kyra did was not going to work out. I think injuries took Kyra Lewis down, and I think Pelicans fans. I mean, he's been working to trying to his butt, work himself back into the lineups. Pretty much what hurt Kyra Lewis was the fact the emergence of Alvarado. Alvarado was not predicted to be a part of this team, but he took advantage of of the fact that Kyra Lewis injuries, and he worked himself into the lineup, and I think that was the detrimental. The end of Kyra Lewis was the emergence of Alvarado, and then they giving him an extension. We knew this was going to happen. Now, as far as Jackson Hayes, Jackson Hayes was a guy. I think if anybody I'm more disappointed in, it's more of Jackson Hayes than anything in that draft class. Okay, but as far as the Pelicans losing out. On Kyra Lewis. Kyra Lewis injury put him behind, in the fact that Alvarado was the guy. Then you drafted Hawkins, so there was really no room for the young man. So I think the young man is going to be pretty good with the Indiana Pacers. So what you think about that?
Well, he's not going to the Indiana Pacers. He's going to the Toronto Raptors.
Well, Toronto
Uh,
Raptors. What up?
he like I said, he's gonna be fine. I wasn't saying that he played bad or anything like that. He just still needs time in the NBA. He needs time to go ahead and develop, and the Pelicans don't have time to wait. The Pelicans they have to be they're on a timeline of making the playoffs and trying to compete for championships right now.
Yeah, but I
Kyra Lewis.
don't think there was no room for Kyra Lewis. We're stacked at that position. I understand what you're saying, but where is he going to play? He can't get his development when you draft a guy like Hawkins, when you got Alvarado. You basically have no room for him. So he went down to the squadrons. They sent him down to the development team, and there really ain't no position. I give a lot of credit to Griffin to give the young man a fresh opportunity with the Raptors, another organization. Because if you look at it, that it just wasn't no room for him when he got injured. And Alvarado is the key. What you think about Alvarado? He's the key component to why this young man is not getting his shot, because Alvarado was an undrafted player who ended up performing, and Kyra Lewis couldn't get his job back because he started injured.
Oh yeah, like I said, that all you're saying right there, that's correct and everything like that. I'm just saying, like, it's nothing to get mad at Kyrie Lewis about. Like I said, he just his development is not on the Pelicans timeline right now. The Pelicans are trying to compete for a championship. They can't afford to wait on players to develop right now. So it was a good job by David Griffin to get him to a spot where he can develop. The Raptors right now are starting over. They're rebuilding. They just got rid of both of their star players, not just Pascal Siakam, but Anubi, OG Anubi over there to the Knicks. So they're on a new timeline right now. They're trying to develop players too and trying to go ahead and start afresh right now. So I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed at all or anything like that in Kyrie Lewis. Like I said, it was inevitable. I knew that was gonna happen to Kyrie Lewis. I was saying this a bunch of lies back, and when the trade block was beginning to beginning to get talked about. A lot of these guys that aren't getting minutes and that we've been having on this roster aren't they're going to be moved. And Kyra Lewis was the number one guy on that list. EJ Liddell is going to be another guy I'm looking at that if he doesn't find a way to get some type of minutes or find a way to develop fast enough, he's going to be another guy that's going to be shipped off somewhere. So it's all about where do these guys fit on certain teams' timelines. It's not so much about their talent level. The kid's got talent. The kid is gonna be really good. He's good around the rim. He's got speed. He can and if he just learns to shoot the ball a lot better in the NBA, he's gonna be a force one day. But that, like I said, that was just inevitable to see Kyra Lewis traded today. Now that's by that trade happening today. That's not the only move Pelicans fans expect to see. The closer we get to the trade deadline, that more things are going to be happening to this Pelicans roster. And I expect David Griffin to make one more move. And I'm talking like one big move for these Pelicans to make a push to go ahead and compete very well in these playoffs. Because right now, the Pelicans, as they stand, they're a borderline playing team, but on the good side of the playing tournament. They're the sixth seed in the Western Conference right now. So all they need right now is somebody that's going to help them close out games. That's what they're looking for right now.
I
I saw.
disagree. I disagree with the borderline. the borderline playing. I think they're more on the side of the Pelicans could very much well get down to the fourth seed or the third seed. So you could say either one. They like 1 or 2 games behind somebody ahead of them. So I can't agree with you on the fact that they're borderline at being in the sixth spot, borderline being at the end. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Pelicans fans we can talk like they are a playing team. I think that they played good enough this year to say that they're not a playing team. The only thing that can knock them to being a play-in team is injuries. If we can overcome injuries, that I think this team is good, man. I don't see no play in this year.
Well, they haven't been battling injuries right now. Like they've been healthy for the most part of the season and everything like that. Knock on wood on all of that. But the reason why I say that is in the Western Conference, if this would be a lot easier for the Pelicans if they were in the Eastern Conference. They'd probably be the fourth or third seed right now. But they are in a very tough Western Conference right now, so they can't afford to lose games right now. Right, like literally, if they lose tonight, they'll be in the 7 or 8 seed right now. Like that's how close the Western Conference is. That's why I'm saying they are a borderline playing basketball team. The Pelicans have to go ahead on streaks. And the only way they're gonna get on streaks is if they learn how to close basketball games. I think they're like 0-7 right now in games that are close at the end of the games.
Well, that's coaching. That's coaching. And you
So,
don't like me to get on that, but that's coaching.
well, if
And that
there's nothing
go
that
ahead.
I don't think there's nothing the Pelicans can do right now. I mean, we're about almost halfway done with the season right now about coaching. I think the Pelicans are going to
No,
stick.
there's adjustments we can make. You can't. I want to see what Willie Green has gotten better this year. But when I say it's coaching, that means that these are things that should be fixable, that you should be able to overcome. And I want to see in them clutch moments, Bi or Zion getting the ball, and mostly Bi because Bi sees it. Zion is not that guy that you want with the ball at the end. He's not the guy that you want to be shooting at the end of the game. I love that Zion, but Zion, he cannot create. He's not creating his own shot. That's just, I want either Bi or McCollum with the ball at the end. What you think about that?
Well, I agree. I would want Brandon Ingram. If it came out to be, and if I was the head coach, I would definitely have Brandon Ingram with the ball in his hands at the end of every game. And not to discredit C.J. McCollum or Zion Williamson, but Brandon Ingram is more of a sure thing at the end of games rather than Zion or C.J. McCollum. That's just what it is. That's what reality is. But the thing is, Brandon Ingram is not playing great basketball right now. The past few games right now, Brandon, and specifically the last game that the Pelicans have played against the Mavericks, Brandon Ingram played very poorly. He only scored 12 points. And I don't know what slump Brandon Ingram is in because Brandon Ingram was hot. So I don't know if he's finally starting to calm down,
I
I
wouldn't
don't know.
say one game that that he's went down.
That's not one. That's just one instance I'm breaking up. But I'm telling you, if you look at Brandon Ingram's stats, the past 5 games, I'm not just talking about last game. Brandon Ingram is not hot right now. Brandon Ingram is scoring consistently 12 points in 16-point games. That's not good for Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram needs to be scoring 20 plus point games.
But
Uh,
that had a lot to do with who's hot on that night. We seen Zion put up 30. Sometimes when Zion put up 30, you're gonna see Brandon go for like 12 or 15. Sometimes when you see Zion with like 12 points, you're gonna see Ingram with 37 points. So I think it's just a matter on who hot that night.
I don't know. I see what you're saying on that, but at the
I mean,
same
they were
time,
saying the
too,
same thing about Zion. You remember? Where was his scoring?
yeah. My thing is though with that though, the difference is here though. Brandon Ingram has been consistent all season long though. Whether Zion Williamson is scoring hot or not, Brandon Ingram was consistently scoring 20 points. Now all of a sudden we seeing Brandon Ingram score uh 13, 14, 15 points. That's that like I said, that's not normal of Brandon Ingram. And all going like I said, this I need more from Brandon Ingram. CJ McCollum is fine. CJ McCollum has been consistently almost 20 points per game. Zion Williamson is actually hot right now. He's getting to spurts where he's scoring almost 30 plus per game. So it's all on Brandon Ingram right now. You need your third guy to still
Want to
go
see them
produce.
go back to the hot man Hawk. I want to see Hawk get back out there because Hawk he has that it factor, right? He's that guy. He's that guy, and I want to see even sometimes when we give McCullum some more rest, being a veteran. I would like to see them go with the youngsters sometimes in some of the moments because Hawk is the guy, the clutch factor for this basketball team. He's the guy that we watched him against the Hornets. I mean, not against the Hornets, the Mavs. The first night he put up 34 points. The second night, I understand you got your starters back out there. The kid gets what, 15 points, 14 points. The kid is just capable, man. And we got to go back to this young man. This young man, he's the it factor, my man.
I think the problem is with that is and Willie Green is having a conundrum with that because Jose Alvarado, you just brought up
Jose Alvarado should be behind him. I
well.
love Jose. Jose is not better uh, than Hawk. Would anybody tell me Jose need to come off the bench when we certain emphasis when we play defense against certain teams we use him. But Jose is not better than Hawk.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what.
I,
We can pull a poll up in the group, and anybody know that Hawk is better than Jose.
well, we can surely can, and I'll tell you right now, I'm standing on Jose Alvarado being than Jordan Hawkins, and I'm gonna tell you why.
So you
Uh,
telling
uh
me Jose Alvarado is better than Hawkins?
yes, yes, he is, and
Nah, man,
I'm telling
nah,
you why. I'm telling you why. Um,
nah.
Jordan Hawkins. The reason why Jordan Hawkins has not been getting consistent playing time because first of all, he does not know how to play defense. Okay, everybody has seen it. Every time this kid steps out on the
All right,
court,
what game?
he
What
gets
game we seen
lost.
it? The night we played
The
34,
night,
he hit
okay, yes.
34. When did you
You're.
see?
Oh,
He
wait,
had
wait, wait,
five
wait, wait, wait,
rebounds.
wait. Hang
What are
on,
you
hang on.
talking
I'm about to
about?
tell you. I'm about to tell you. The night that you're talking about, that you're getting excited about, when he scored 34 points. Yeah, you're getting excited about offensive play. You're not talking about what he
But
did
but but
defensively.
Alvarado
He's
not
talking.
gonna put up no 34 points. Alvarado
That's
lacks
fine. That's
Alvarado lacks in scoring. That young man brings scoring to the. He caused us to win. I see we beat the Mavs.
let
I
me
see
let
we
me
beat the Mavs.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, 504, because what you're overreacting about is Jordan Hawkins was out there with backups. Okay,
And
when Jordan
that makes
when
it more
Jordan
impressive. That
when
makes it
okay
more impressive.
okay. So when Jordan Hawkins went out there with the starters, how many points did Jordan Hawkins score? How many did he score?
Because
Exactly.
he's not the guy. No, ain't no exactly. Because you got to deal with the fact of politics. Politics is you're not gonna run the ball through the Ricky. You're gonna run the ball through the two stars, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson and CJ McCollum. So he has to take a back seat to the veterans. So you're not making a clear case on that.
I am making a clear case on it, and I'm gonna tell you why making a clear case on it. Jose Alvarado didn't get any minutes last Mavericks game, and Jordan Hawkins got all of Jose Alvarado's minutes. Okay,
Jose
so
Jose Alvarado is not better than Jordan
that means
Hawkins.
on the bench, or when every time the bench players came out, Jordan Hawkins had his chance to go off. And did he go off running with the backups? No, he did not. He did
It,
not.
Jordan Hawkins is better than Alvarado. We're gonna do a poll. Anybody that come in the chat, anybody that's listening, well, let me know. Do you believe that Jordan Hawkins is not better than Jose Alvarado? That's gonna be the
You
question of the
look.
day.
F504. I'm gonna just tell you right now. You getting too excited about Jordan Hawkins' offense. We know the kid can score. The problem is in the NBA, you have to learn how to defend too. You can't be sitting there running out there just getting
He's
excited
not a
about
poor
players.
defender. So you gotta say that with CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum has not been a great defender in the NBA.
Well, hang on, hang
And he
on.
has been
Let's
he's been a seven veteran that's been playing in the NBA, but he's not known for defense.
let's be honest here with CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum, yes, I agree with you. Is not the best defender in the NBA, but let me tell you something. He's not doing what Jordan Hawkins does when he goes out on the court. Okay, he's at least making bad shots get taken out there. Jordan Hawkins is not turning bad shots out there. People are not scared to score on Jordan Hawkins. I'm just telling you that right
But
now.
they scared to guard Jordan Hawkins.
Man,
Because if they get it on him, he gonna give it back.
that's not good. It's not the
No,
mindset you
no,
want to
no,
have.
look, look.
That's
I
that's
love
the
me some
reason. Wait,
Alvarado. I
that
love
mindset
Alvarado.
that that
You didn't draft Jordan Hawkins to play behind Alvarado.
that that
Anybody that knows basketball knows that the Pelicans did not draft Jordan Hawkins to sit behind Alvarado. He's
the
the future of this
reason
basketball team.
The reason why, look, the reason why the Pelicans are losing in close games right there is because they can't defend nobody in the last seconds. What you saying right now is
That
the
don't have
reason
nothing to do with
why.
Jordan Hawkins.
What you're saying right now is the reason why the Pelicans can't win in the last seconds because they can't defend nobody. And you're trying to go advocate for a kid that can't defend
Okay,
nobody,
let me
and
ask you
you
a
want
question.
him out
Well,
there.
if
You
Alvarado's so
want him
good,
out there,
why haven't he defend to help us win some of them games then?
huh?
Why haven't he stopped somebody to help us win them games since he's the greatest
He
defender out there?
has. Look at the
You know,
Lakers game. Look at the Lakers game. Did you
you
not
just
see
said you
Jose
talking about one
Alvarado
game. You
take
talking about
over
one
the
game.
Lakers
You
game?
just said that you just made you just said your own thing. You talking about 5 games, right? You said
Huh?
5 games that we have lost
No,
because
we are 0
because
and
we can't.
7. We are
You
0 and
said
7 in close
0 and
games.
7. So where was Alvarado?
What you mean?
Where was Alvarado? Where
What
hurt
you
go?
mean? In those clutch situations, Jose Alvarado is not in the game. The starters are in the game.
So you telling me Alvarado should be a starter?
No, I'm saying in those clutch closing out moments, I'm saying that Jose Alvarado needs to be in the game. You need your best defenders out on the court, not CJ McCollum. All going out there. You need defenders. You need Herb Jones. You need Jose Alvarado. You need Larry Nance in those moments too, because Larry Nance gets rebounds. Zion not even getting rebounds out there. I'm just telling you. There's a reason why the Pelicans right now will come to trade deadline. They're going to trade to get somebody that can go ahead and rebound. Okay,
I don't have
because
no disagreement with that, but Jordan Hawkins
I'm just telling you.
is a far better player than Alvarado and got way more potential. That's my
Uh,
opinion.
that's fine if Jordan Hawkins got great potential. I'm talking about right now. What the Pelicans need
Right
right
now,
now.
he's the better player. Right now.
No. I just can't agree with you on that one. Like I said,
And
Jose Alvarado.
I can't agree with you on
Well,
that.
hey, look, you get excited about Jordan Hawkins' offense, and look, I'm excited about the kid. I'm glad he's finally getting his minutes. I told Tidra last time when he was on here, I was telling them and they didn't think, and Nas, I was telling them, and they didn't think he was gonna play, in that Mavs game. But guess what? He started that whole game and played. Like the Willie Green is finally giving him minutes because he's earned them offensively.
And guess what he
But
did?
the reason,
34 points,
but
34
the
points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists.
but the reason why the kid was never getting consistent minutes is because he cannot play defense. He's lost on defense. That's just what it is. Now, if he starts to improve and work on his defense better, then he'll get more minutes. But right now, he's not
EJ,
gonna get
EJ,
he's
you
not
just
gonna
made
get the
me
minutes.
EJ. EJ, just because you brought out that out of me, you just made me pass gas. Because that what you're saying is unbelievable that you will sit here and talk about a guy now that we love. We love Jose Alvarado. But for you to sit here and have a straight face to say that this guy is better than the Rook, I just can't believe what I'm hearing.
He is. He is.
No, he
Nobody.
can. Alvarado is good, but he is
Look,
not
go
better.
to a
He
Pelicans
is
home
not
game.
better.
Go to a Pelicans home game and watch Jose Alvarado come off the bench and see what the crowd does. See
He's
the
a fan.
energy.
He's a
See the
fan
energy.
favorite.
See the energy
He's
that
a
he
fan
brings.
favorite.
But you're telling me this kid, this rookie, is better than Jose Alvarado.
Yes,
That's what
I'm
you're
telling
telling
you
me.
that.
That's what you're telling me. That's what you're
I,
telling me right
I know
now.
for fact. I know for fact. You
Look,
looking at a rookie who led this young man led his college team to a national championship, won a championship. He has the pedigree.
yeah,
He's the pedigree of a champ. That young man is not afraid. He's like a Ray Allen. I'm telling you, you
that
don't know what
young
you're talking
man
about.
has a lot of room to grow. Now, I'm not gonna sit there
Boy,
and
you know
just
how
get
many
it.
people be looking to grab that young man? Boy, you done lost your mind.
You know how many people be looking to grab Jose Alvarado right now in their basketball team?
That not over him. If they both was on the market, they would grab. If
Oh
they both
man,
was on the market, uh, anybody come in the chat, anybody that's in there listening to the Basketball Show podcast, we want your opinion.
what's going on,
Who's the better
Cal
player?
Washington?
Who's
Let's
the better
go,
player,
Cal.
Jose Alvarado or Jordan Hawkins?
Look,
Get out
hey,
your feelings as a fan.
I'll definitely put that in the Facebook group chat
Oh yeah,
and let reality sink
oh yeah,
in.
we're gonna let reality kick.
I'm just telling you.
Shout
I'm
out to
just telling
Calvin.
you right now. Nobody,
Calvin.
look, the fans that are gonna say Jose Alvarado know basketball. I'm just telling you right
All
now.
right.
They,
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till we put the poll up. I can't wait till we put the poll up because you're gonna feel real salty when you find out that you Jose Alvarado. I mean, the man is
man,
good, but he ain't no. I mean, come on now.
look, man, we look. Yeah, we are forgetting about who Jose Alvarado is. Did we not forget what he?
He's a role player. He's a role player.
Okay, and we acting
That's
like
all.
Jordan Hawkins is a starter.
Jordan Hawkins will not be a role player. He will be a starter one day.
Mm,
That's how high his ceiling is.
okay, all right. That's in the future. We talking about now. We are talking about now about Jordan
So you
Hawkins.
so you telling me that little man is at his highest peak right now. Little man is at his highest peak right now. Alvarado
Jose
and
is not at his highest
and
peak.
and, and
This is his. This is
that
his what, third or fourth season in the NBA?
Jose ain't gonna get no better than that. Jose cannot be. Jose will never be a great
Ah.
shooter. He'll be a good shooter. He'll never be a great shooter.
Oh Lord.
He's a great defender. He's a great defender.
You go ahead and ask Chris Paul about Jose Alvarado and see what he tells
Oh
you.
Lord, a
You
couple
ask
of
Chris Paul
a
about
couple
Jose Alvarado.
a
You
couple of
see what he tells
steals,
you.
a couple of steals. Come on,
Oh,
man.
what?
Come on, man.
We just
He's
gonna
an
act like that
energizing
don't
buddy.
matter.
He's
We
an
gonna act like that
energizer.
don't
He's
matter.
an energized buddy. We know he's an energized buddy. He's him and Herb Jones. They just they great for this basketball team. But that guy Jordan Hawkins will be a better player. He's already a better shooter. Already.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Anytime Trey Murphy said that the two best shooters on this basketball team is he called that him and Hawkins are the two are like Steph Curry. He matched them two up with
That's
Steph Curry and Trey
fine. They
Thompson.
can be the two best shooters, but that
And
doesn't mean
did he
because you're
say
a great shooter,
Alvarado? No,
just because
he didn't say Alvarado.
just because they say that they the best two shooters don't mean that Jordan Hawkins is better than Jose Alvarado. That don't mean that.
Jordan Hawkins may not be a better defensive player right now and may never ever be a better defensive player. But because because he has the ability to score, it's going to make him which make him a better player,
The
man.
Pelicans don't need scoring like that right now. They can score with
I don't care
anybody.
what you say they don't need. I'm talking about these two players.
I'm just
These
telling
two
you,
players.
the Pelicans were doing fine while Jordan Hawkins was in the G League at one point as outscoring teams. They can outscore anybody.
They
The
wouldn't have
problem
drafted that.
is,
They
the
wouldn't have
problem
drafted this
is
kid
that
if
they
they didn't need
need
this kid.
defense.
Stop it, EJ.
They
You
need
don't you
defenders.
don't draft the kid at that. You don't draft the kid in the first round to believe that he's just going to be your role player. Okay, you don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, son.
I never said Jordan Hawkins was gonna be a role player. He is right now though. He ain't gonna be no starter right now. He's a role player right now. That's what reality is for Jordan Hawkins. As long as CJ McCollum is on this roster, Jordan Hawkins is gonna be a role player. That's just where reality is, man. But look, look, Pelicans got to get a win tonight, man. They got to get on the streak. They got to go ahead and make sure that they don't let this young basketball team come up in here and get confidence. Like I said, LaMelo Ball is healthy tonight. This is not a playoff basketball team right now that Charlotte has. But when you give a young team confidence tonight, and seeing this happen so many times uh, when watching the Pelicans play, I've seen them let these teams get confidence. They have to shut that out. They have to start out a lot faster than what I've seen in games. They got to go ahead and just from the beginning take over. Let them know that they're at home. And run this team out of there. Also, to like I said, I want to see Brandon Ingram get back to being Brandon Ingram. There's been a couple of games that I've seen Brandon Ingram kind of hit a little slump. I want to see Bi back to where we normally see him. I want to see I want to see playoff Bi back out there. Calvin said we are going to use Jordan Hawkins a lot. We do need shooting. Um, Calvin, I look. I'm gonna tell you this, Calvin. What the discussion was with me and every 504 here was look, I'm not knocking um, Jordan Hawkins. I agree. I was one of the big advocates for and making sure that Jordan Hawkins gets some minutes and not going to get in rotation because he earned it at the beginning of the season. And I was proud of what I saw in that Mavericks game. He scored 30 something points. That was huge. That was a great game.
34
But
points.
but let me tell you something. Um, Compared to Jose Alvarado, if we're comparing Jose Alvarado to Jordan Hawkins, Jose Alvarado is more valuable than Jordan Hawkins right now. Jordan Hawkins is great to use on offense, but he's not giving you nothing on defense. Okay, Jose Alvarado is not better than Jordan Hawkins on offense, but because he defends so well on defense, that's what keeps him out on the court and gets more minutes, way more than Jordan Hawkins does. Okay, so that was the conversation. All going. Nobody ain't saying Jordan Hawkins ain't gonna get doesn't need no minutes and that we don't need shooting. Yeah, we love to have as much shooting that we can out there. That was the whole reason and the whole point of the Pelicans drafting Jordan Hawkins, to get another shooter to go with Trey Murphy. So Trey Murphy doesn't seem like he's the damn only 3-point shooter out there. And CJ McCollum, it needs help as well. And then we had Matt Ryan, but Matt Ryan is still taking a minute to come back. So the whole point is we just need better defense. Because, like I said, the whole time that Jordan Hawkins was sitting out and not getting minutes, the Pelicans were still scoring on anybody, whether we had him in the lineup or not. The problem is, why we keep losing these close games, is that we can't defend. We don't know how to doggone stop teams in the last seconds. Okay, so that means that the Pelicans need defense. Defense. Don't get so excited, Pelicans fans, and about how great shooters we got to where we're forgetting that we got to stop teams as well. We need to go ahead and make sure that this team is fully equipped to stop teams. So yeah, when they do make the playoffs, they ain't getting ran out the damn door. Okay, that's what it is though for the Pels, man. But
Okay, I never said that Alvarado is not valuable to this basketball team. Alvarado is definitely valuable to this basketball team. Just like I told you, that's the reason why Kyra Lewis was let go. Okay, that's why he was traded. I'm telling you now. We're talking about a guy that we value, that we went and drafted in a pretty high draft to go get Jordan Hawkins. Jordan Hawkins is a kid, in my opinion. Jordan Hawkins is going to be a difference maker for years to come for this basketball team with a Trey Murphy. When you got shooters, I understand what you're saying, but scoring win games as well. Just like you seen Golden State or with the Splash Brothers. Watch in this NBA, you need shooting. Just like you had when you see the Splash Brothers in Golden State, all them years of championships, they was able to shoot. Okay, so I'm just telling you, in the long run, Alvarado is going to be who he is, a defender. But who gonna make the bag is gonna be people like Hawkins. He's going to make the bag.
yeah, like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but at the same time, if we're talking about today in this season, um, Jose is more valuable right now. But if we're talking about future, of course it's Jordan Hawkins. I'm not disagreeing on that. But I'm talking about right now in this season, Jose Alvarado is more valuable right now, and we need more defenders. That's why I'm saying when this trade deadline comes approaching, don't be surprised that the Pelicans make a move for more rebounding and defensive players. Like they need that. It's a huge doggone a need right now for the Pelicans. I'm hearing Alec Burks, somebody that they're going after. Jordan Clarkson is somebody that they're going after. Even the Fro over there in Cleveland. Got doggone dude name. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They're looking at him. I'm just saying that the Pelicans are looking for guys, not just not any more scores, because they feel like they have enough scores. The problem is they need to stop teams. They need to stop teams. Um, it's 6:57 though. Well, 6:58. We getting close to game time, y'all. It's prediction time. If y'all have a prediction to make, MVP and the final score, y'all put it in the comments, man. But before that, what you got for your MVP tonight against the Charlotte Hornets, and what's your
I got
final
that
score?
guy that you've been on. I got that guy Brandon Ingram. I think Brandon Ingram puts up. I got Brandon Ingram putting up 20, 25, 25 and 10 rebounds, and I got him with seven assists. I think he's gonna help us win this game. I think we're gonna get 20, about 23 from Zion, and I think that McCollum gonna get like 15. I think we're gonna win this game. I got the Pelicans winning this game 125 to I would give Charlotte about 105.
Okay. For me, I agree with you on that. I think Brandon Ingram is due a big game tonight, just to get himself back to what we normally are seeing. So that's definitely gonna be my MVP tonight. And I think the Pelicans should win by a landslide, but what reality is we don't play games on paper. We play them on the court or on the field. And I think tonight the final score is definitely gonna be a 110-97 basketball game. I think the Charlotte Hornets are gonna, give them a little run. They're gonna come out a little hard because they're young and they got a little flashy, but I think reality is gonna settle in, and I think the Pelicans are gonna win comfortably at home tonight against these Charlotte Hornets, man. Hopefully they go ahead and take care of business, and then like I said, they just go on some more streaks. Because they need to get room in this Western Conference. The Western Conference is too close right now. Too many teams right now are within one game of each other or two games of each other. So that means if the Pelicans lose, they can easily find themselves in the playing tournament. We do not want to be in the playing tournament. We want to be already solidified in the playoffs. So Pelicans fans, y'all enjoy the game tonight. And Calvin said, what about when they go back on offense? Where are we going to get the score when they clogging up the lanes? Um, you look, you correct, Calvin. Look, like I said, yeah, like I said, the shooting is important. Like I said, I'm not discrediting none of that. You know, of course, we need more shooters to go along. Like I said, with Trey Murphy and CJ, and that's why I can't wait till Matt Ryan comes around too back and everything. And Jordan Hawkins is gonna help out with that as well. I don't know if y'all been seeing Herb Jones has kind of been helping out and filling that role out too, surprisingly. And Najee's been hitting some threes and everything. So I'm getting all that and everything. But like I said, man, we cannot forget, even though we're in this era where everyone loves the offense and everything like that, you still have to stop teams too in the most important moments. I'm just saying, y'all gotta, go ahead and really think about it. When we get in these series with these really doggone good teams, let's just say we play the Nuggets in the playoffs in a 7-game series, you're gonna need to have some defense. You're gonna need to doggone be able to try to contain Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray as much as you can. You know, you can't just always outscore teams. So that's just kind of my little tilt on it, man. But y'all go ahead and enjoy the game tonight, man. Y'all tune in, and make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Battle Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. This is EJ 504. I'm with my dad, Everett 504. He came in a little late today. Finally got him in on the Pelicans
Yeah, I've been trying to find some parking spots.
podcast in a while. It's been a little minute.
I'm out in the
Uh,
snow.
Lord God, hopefully he being safe out there and everything like that. But like I said, y'all enjoy the game. We'll be back at it next week with another Pelicans podcast. And also too, if y'all have not, found out already, the New Orleans Saints have fired Pete Carmichael and has moved on from him and,
Yeah,
and fired a
yeah,
couple of more offensive staffers as well, and they have begun their search for a new offensive coordinator. So we'll see this offseason who they get, and all going. Let's see if they change things around because next season they have another. It's looking like they're gonna have another easy schedule and everything like that. So we'll see if the Saints can turn things around and get back on track, man. But we're gonna hit y'all with a hoop that on three. So 1, 2, 3,
Hoop
hoop
that.
that!